My name is Ashton Williams, and I work for the Family and Children's Resource Program. We are a part of the School of Social Work at UNC Chapel Hill, and I have been there for just about 14 years. And my job title is educational consultant. And within that role, I design, develop, and facilitate online and classroom trainings. I was able to take the basics, setting the foundations of a trauma informed approach. One of the things that stood out to me was really the setup at the beginning, right? So the idea of the importance of being trauma informed and what that means, creating a shared language and the importance of that, exploring the concept of resilience and what it truly means, as well as like strategies and practices to help individuals and organizations and teams become resilient. And then the application, which of course is the most important piece, is like, how do you put this into practice? One of the things that stood out to me about their definition of a trauma informed approach is this idea of that it's an approach to an organizational culture that recognizes how stress affects people and the promotion of tools and practices to decrease that impact. If you want to be trauma informed, it can't be just an individual or a team. It really has to be an organizational approach. And that really is about creating a culture that values and demonstrates what a trauma informed approach really means with each other and with the folks that they serve. So, with that, I think is recognizing, right, how stress affects ourselves as well as our teammates and the populations that we serve. So, I think Origins and the community that they are creating are important for those of us who are professionals in the same space, have a place to come together and to talk about what we see happening across the United States with various organizations, staff in general, share ideas. What are the barriers? How can we help and support each other in this process? Because so many of us are doing this work. And so, how can we come together, learn from each other? And support each other, because the ultimate goal is to kind of share this information so that people have what they need to be able to thrive and continue to enjoy their jobs rather than potentially start off enjoying it and then all of these other stressors come about. Trainings obviously is just one piece of a large puzzle in terms of helping folks be able to internalize and put things to practice so that they are well and able to do their job well, because we know when they're not, it impacts how they engage with the populations they're serving. If I learned anything as a practicing social worker in the field with families, one of the biggest things I learned is the importance of hope. That when people are hopeless, it is really, really hard for them to make any kind of change. If we do not include in our conversations about what's happening and how to help people become more trauma informed, that we have to include that piece of hope. Absolutely.